Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahi Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate Kastvam Koham Kuta Ayatah Kame Janani Kome Tatah Iti Paribhavaya Sarvamasaram Vishvam Tyaktva Swapna Vicharam. Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate. Tvayi mayi chānyatraikō viṣṇuḥ vyarthaṃ kupyasi mayyasahiṣṇuḥ bhava samachittaḥ sarvatra tvaṃ vāñChasyachirādyadi viṣṇutvam. Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate. As we have been discussing in the last class, we very carefully looked at how the relationship is being built. All the time the relationship is being built on our projection. That's why one has to be very careful and clear that relationship is meant to understand each other, to share with each other, to help each other, but not based on superiority inferiority complex, based on caste, creed, sex and whatnot. Because if all these things matters, definitely that is not called relationship either. Let me share one incident that there was a shop owner, that too a pet shop owner. So he was having different hybrid varieties of puppies especially. And of course, many people, especially children, go crazy for puppies. And all the rich people have to come to buy those sort of puppies because very expensive. So one day he thought of, changing the board, bringing some change, new additions. Because once in a while you have to change it, new additions. As he was fixing his board, there was a young boy, maybe around 6 to 7 year old boy, with a pant not properly dressed, was watching the board. And he said, Uncle, why are you changing this board? What is new arrival? Uncle, of course, did not bother. Hey, you go your own way. What is this? No, Uncle, don't worry. Your board to be fixed properly. So as he was amused, this uncle, came down, asked, hey, beta, tell me, oh son, oh child, tell me what you want. Actually, I want one puppy. If you say new arrivals, I would like to have one puppy. Then this shop owner said, look, it's a very costly affair. Don't worry. You just go ahead. No, I have money. This child says, I have money. I have saved money a lot. Then this uncle started looking at what is happening, the shop owner. Okay, he pulls out 50 rupees from his pocket. So look, this is my shaving. And of course, the shop owner smiled because this is nothing, just peanuts. And of course, he tried to search different pockets and he could get few coins put together, maybe around 70 rupees. Now he said, look, uncle, I have this much money. I would like to buy one puppy. Please, please. When he started pleading, uncle said, look, the shop owner said, look, beta, oh son, oh child, I like it, but unfortunately you cannot buy. Maybe some other time we'll see, don't worry. I'll try my best to get something for you. Please, go ahead. But this child did not leave. So look, okay, uncle, you can have all this money with you. As you have all this with money, please give me chance at least to play sometime with puppies. Where there are so many puppies, let me play with those puppies for some time. And of course, the shop owner said, don't worry, beta, keep your money with you. Come inside and play. Absolutely no problem. And of course, the child was so happy, playing with all the puppies. And while playing with the puppies, he discovered there is one particular puppy in that was in a corner box, not moving much. Looks like very sad, not moving. Then of course, this person said, oh, uncle, I think something is not okay with that puppy. Will it be possible if I can take that puppy with me? Whatever money I am having, please take it. I would like to have that puppy with me. And the shop owner already had sub corner for this child. Oh beta, oh child, I don't want to give that. Now why? What happened? No, because actually that puppy is not okay. In fact, one of the leg is broken. And because one leg is broken, that puppy is not able to move. And when it is not moving, imagine, how can I give you burden? Because you need a puppy who can run behind you. Remember this point. You need a puppy who can run behind you. When you come, the puppy should come to you, lick your feet, to move all these things. That is what you need. But this puppy is not going to be helpful at all. And when I know it is not going to be helpful, how can I give you? I'm sorry. Don't ask for this puppy because it's not right for me to hand over to you. And while listening to this thing, unknowingly this boy started adjusting his pant. So when he was adjusting his pant, meanwhile the pant was lifted little further and the shop owner could see that one of the leg of the boy is no more, it is not there. In fact, it is iron plated leg. And the shop owner did not know what to say, because now same case with the boy. That time boy smiled and said, uncle, don't bother about my leg. That's why I want to take that puppy. Because so that I can understand puppy, most important aspect. I can understand puppy. In return, puppy can understand me. I want to have puppy. I want to have relationship. Who can understand me? In return, that person can understand me. That's why understanding is called relationship. And moreover, when there is understanding, you will see the growth in you. If there is no understanding, only expectation. This is what the problem with relationship. The whole relationship is being built with expectation. And when you have built relationship, or you can say if the base of relationship, if the fundamental principles of your relationship is expectation, definitely you will get fed up of frustrated with relationship. Whereas if you start relationship, or your purpose of relationship is to understand each other, definitely there will be growth in your life. That's why may you understand this also. Because in the previous class I dismissed, now I need to re-establish. That's why I did it in this class, okay? Coming back with this, if you observe this point, iti paribhavaya sarvam asaram viṣṇuḥ tyaktva swapna vicharam. So may you understand, all these are like a dream. How the dream does not really, please understand, how the dream does not create any difference in your life unless you are psychologically disturbed, unless you are psychologically connected. If you see many types of dreams, but if you are not connected with the event psychologically, will that dream create any impact in you? You will call as just a bad dream, you will forget it. Or you may say it is a good dream, you may forget it. But when the dream object or dream subject, both way, if the dream subject is connected to you psychologically, definitely that dream has got a bigger impact in you. In fact, that dream appears to be real for you. Remember, in waking stage also. That's why people go for dream analysis. People do get drowned with their dream. So here you need to see, may you understand as a dream how, because make sure that in any relationship, you must see the understanding and growth, not dependence or not expectation. So to start with, make sure you are not depending nor expecting. And continue with it. Okay, if all these things case, then what to do, how to go about it. Now we saw the another verse. How to go about it. The verse beautifully says, as another disciple highlights, tvayi mayi chānyatraikō viṣṇuḥ vyarthaṃ kupyasi mayyasahiṣṇuḥ bhava samachittaḥ sarvatra tvaṃ vāñChasyachirādyadi viṣṇutvam tvayi mayi anyatra ca eka viṣṇuḥ asti. Tvayi means in you, mayi means in me, and anyatra in all other places too. Ekah Vishnu asti iti. There is one all-pervading reality called Vishnu. Vish means that pervades. Vishnu has come the root from vish, means that which pervades. That which is the essence, that which pervades. Like we say, for example, in all the pot world, clay is all pervasive. For example sake, okay? Clay exists everywhere, in all ornament. So what is all pervasive? In only all the ornaments? The gold is all pervasive. Means that which is essence, without which the ornament cannot be built. Without which all this pot world, means all this clay world cannot exist. Like same thing also we can say that in all this river, ocean, all this whatever water body. So what is the essence? The water is the essence. Water pervades everywhere. Because without water, remember, there is no water body. You cannot say there is no lake, there is no river, there is no ocean either. So there you see only water. So this is called Vishnu. The all-pervasive is called Vishnu here. The essence of everything means that the oneness, that which pervades everything. Now when he says, please understand. Now if we observe, now tell me, who is different from, separate from all-pervasive? Whether it is Vishnu or it is God. Because remember, that which is all-pervasive has to include anybody and everybody. If something is excluded, my favorite topic, if the devil is excluded from all-pervasive, can you call that is all-pervasive? The devil has to be part of all-pervasive, you understand? There is no choice. The all-pervasive cannot be, this is what beautifully, all-pervasive cannot be separated from what? Anybody and anything. It cannot stand. That is a beautiful story goes, because we have been taught in India a lot of wrong conception, as you know, this Akbar will birth. So we have to change the stories slowly. Because unnecessarily, most of the stories are being attributed to them, which is not truth, which is not reality at all. Because very nicely being portrayed, oh, Akbar, one of the emperor, was a great emperor. Not necessarily. Coming back here, the story we have picked up, so whatever is being written, that is what people talk. So we have to redo slowly, consciously. There is no choice. However, the story goes beautifully. Because I also have told all these things, so that's why now I am trying to my best to rework. That's why I am trying to share with you all, okay? So the beautiful story goes, I am changing it carefully. So there was a minister, and he was a very witty minister in the kingdom. And of course, all the time he comes up with some problem or other. That is what his job is. One day the king was angry with him. Look, every time you come up with new things, new nuisance, now you are getting punished. Okay? The punishment is what? In 7 days time, you are getting banished, abandoned, thrown away from this kingdom. This is your punishment. The moment this was heard by this minister, smart, witty minister, oh great, you are such a great king. I have never come across such a great king. In fact, you are greater than God. This king got wild. What is this? How is it possible? Hey, you understand, I am punishing you. That too, I am going to discard, I am going to throw you away from this kingdom just as in 7 days time. How can you say that I am greater than God? Remember, if you cannot prove this thing, I am going to behead you. He said, yes, I can prove it happily. Absolutely no problem. I am again also proving it. You are greater than God. There is no doubt in it. Again, you are proving it. Now, how is it possible? Now prove. Yes. Look, if God wants, even if God wants to remove me, to throw me away from his kingdom, will God be able to do? Because God is all pervasive. Being all pervasive, where he will throw me, wherever he throws, that is also part of all pervasiveness or not? So God cannot throw me away from his kingdom. In fact, poor God is helpless. You understand? He can do anything and everything, but he cannot throw me away from his kingdom. But what did you do? Just a few minutes back you said, you will throw me away from your kingdom. Now tell me, what God could not do it, or what God cannot do it, you are able to do it. So are you not greater than God? And of course, poor king, okay, I can't handle you, stay back, okay? Again, take some more gift. This is called the all-pervasiveness. That time, beautiful concept here is there. May you understand, tvayi mayi chānyatraikō viṣṇuḥ. Everywhere Lord Vishnu, means everywhere it is there. In fact, as I always highlight, Hinduism is nothing but the expression of Vedic understanding. Of course, it has been misinterpreted, misrepresented by Britishers especially, no doubt in it. And mainly Max Muller and his followers. Hinduism is really the expression of Vedic understanding, Vedic culture. How? I'll give you a beautiful example. That is what I have been brought up in East India. Whenever we, suppose while walking, by mistake, if anything our feet touches, whether it is human being or any object or any animal, including pet dog, we were not allowed to kick the dog. And if by mistake we try to kick, because as a child, if anybody says you cannot think of what we go through, okay? You cannot think of. Because everything was considered, everything was told to us when we are child, everything was told us that all are Vishnu, all are God. In fact, we had this habit in Orissa, that anything, if we touch, by mistake the leg is touched, we have to touch that object or that person and say Vishnu. In the word we have to utter that. We didn't have a right to touch anything with our leg. And of course, book, no chance. Because book is the embodiment of Saraswati. And childhood, no chance, because if you touch with the leg, that means Saraswati will not be happy. That is the injection is being given to us, okay? It has been injected in such a way, that's all. And it was being extended to anything and everything. Because I don't have a right to touch anybody with my feet. Because a feet is meant for to walk, not to touch or kick. Because some people are there, they will not bend down with the leg to fingers, you understand? Bring the cloth up. I have seen people, many people have this habit. Okay, pick it up. Oh, what a crazy people. However, coming back here, may you understand that here, tvayi mayi chānyatraikō viṣṇuḥ. This was being taught that everywhere only one Vishnu exists. You cannot call yourself that you are different from God. So when everywhere there is Vishnu, now tell me, why are you intolerant? Mayasahiṣṇuḥ. Why you are intolerant with reference to me? Please understand. That time you become intolerant when there is division. And especially when you create division, remember. That's why this intolerance word is very popular, especially in India now. And that has been promoted by these journalists, pseudo-journalists I call them. Why? Because they create divisions. And of course politicians. Because when you create a division, that time you are intolerant. Remember this point. Unless you create division mentally, unless you focus on, unless you encourage, unless you fuel this division thing in your mind, definitely you cannot be intolerant. The intolerance that in you, please understand, the intolerance that is predominant in you because of this divide and rule policy. Somewhere you want to divide so that you can improve yourself, or you can consider that you are a powerful person, then knowingly or unknowingly you want to boss over. And when you are not able to boss over, when you are understanding that your words are not accepted or not respected, then what happens? You become intolerant. And of course, when you are intolerant, please understand, wherever there is intolerance, there has to be anger. There is no choice. That's why next is vyarthaṃ kupyasi. Why are you getting angry, which has no value at all? Please understand, this is a beautiful point. Because first of all, you are intolerant, you are impatient, and moreover, what happens? You are getting angry unnecessarily. Vyarthaṃ has no value at all, has no purpose at all. Why all these things happens? Because there is a division in me and you. You can see for yourself. When you see a commonness, what you call as oneness, please understand. I am very carefully using the word commonness. What you call as oneness. And as long as that commonness is there, that long, will you get angry or will you become intolerant with reference to that person? Definitely not. Because what you want or what is to be done in common, that person also wants to do same thing in common. So when there is a commonness, means what you think and that person think, there is a commonness, definitely you cannot be intolerant with reference to that person. And of course you cannot get angry with that person either. Because there is a commonness, there is oneness. But whereas if that commonness little bit changes, no more matches you with you and with other person, then what happens to you? Just observe. Automatically there is irritation. First thing, you are impatient. You are really not only intolerant, you are restless. You go through all sort of emotional trauma then finally what happens? You don't have any other choice other than getting angry. Sometimes you express, sometimes you suppress, and most of the time you vomit. That is what happens. Like volcano eruption, okay. Once in a while, not once in a while. Every now and then, I would rather say, every now and then, somewhere or other, volcano eruption happens. So poor person in front of you has to say, okay, this is my prarabdha. Other than that, nothing he or she can say. So that's why he says, if this is the case, that tvayi mayi chānyatraikō viṣṇuḥ, if I need to understand that who is me, other person is that. In reality, there is no difference. The only difference is I know about me, other person does not know. This is the beauty. I know what is my destination, other person does not know about his or her destination. I know my goal, I know my purpose of my life, other person does not know. In fact, when you look at this way, you will have compassion for the person, not intolerant. You understand? There is a big difference between compassion and intolerance. I will give you a beautiful example, very popular example we do have. There was a Swami was taking bath in the Ganges. As he was taking the Ganges, down below of course, not here in the cold, and after this thing, while taking bath, taking dip, got up, he wanted to offer some water to the god. Discovered there is one scorpion floating on the river. So he felt bad. He said, look, I must rescue this. Now what he did, with both the hands, with the water, scorpion, he tried to take it. As he was trying to lift the hand and throw it, water falls down. Now the scorpion finds the surface. Now already tired and exhausted, starts biting. And you remember, scorpion bites means person really feels very painful and shakes his hand, scorpion falls down in the water. Then again he feels bad, no. Again goes, again lifts. Like a few times it happens. This particular scene was being watched by a young boy who was standing near the bank of the river. What is going on? Each time it's happening, of course being beaten up, again it's lifting. Finally this monk decided, no, let me do something. What he did, with the water, without waiting anything else, as much as possible, with all his forces, he threw along with the water and the scorpion to the bank of the river. Finally, that scorpion managed to escape. Now when he comes out of this river, this young boy who was watching asked, you are a really stupid person. What is this? One time, okay, fine, he wanted to help rescue. Now this scorpion started, biting you. And so painful. Okay, one time didn't you learn? Second time, third time, what is this? Is it right? Minimum thing you should have in your life or not? Remember, this much I would like to say, I don't want to get into further. It can be interpreted in many ways. Now this particular situation can be looked at in different ways. Why the person could do so many times? Because remember, the person was compassionate enough. And why the compassion was there? Because he has understood, if I am in a better situation, please understand. This is what in fact explanation he gave. How come you did it? He said, look, me being in a better situation and I can do what I want, but still, remember, the scorpion in a bad situation means drowning. At the time of drowning, he did not forget his duty, that to bite or to sting. Going through bad situation, going through worse situation, that scorpion did not forget his own nature, own duty. Means scorpion job is to protect, because insecure. And when he could not forget, when I am in a better situation, means I am taking bath, I am stable, everything. How can I forget to help, to rescue somebody? That's why more you know who you are, the more you know what is your purpose, please understand, the more you know who you are, and the more you know what is your purpose, the more you become compassionate. The compassion is not to be practiced. This compassion need not to be expressed. It's not a showcase. That whenever you try to practice compassion or showcase your compassion, that time what happens? We call it as misplaced compassion. Misplaced compassion means you will make all sort of mistakes. And of course, you may get a good name that you are a man of or woman of compassion, but remember, whole generation have to pay for it. Like in India, we are going through, okay? Because always my Indian topic, okay? I have my favorite topic. However, coming back here, then what you need to do here? Bhava samachittaḥ sarvatra. You need to yadi achirat, very nicely, yadi achirat viṣṇutvam vāñChasi tarhi. What you need to do? Tvaṃ sarvatra samachittaḥ bhava. If really you want to attain this Vishnu status, seeing the oneness, understanding the oneness, accommodating the oneness, and that too in short time, what you need to do? Then develop samachittaḥ, equal-minded. Means do not try to overemphasize your likes and dislikes. In any circumstances, with reference to any circumstances, any situation that you come across, don't emphasize, don't fuel your likes and dislikes. Try to see the balance. This is the minimum thing. Whenever things do not move according to your likes, at least learn to excel. Please understand. And of course, when things goes completely against your dislike, against dislike, correct. What you dislike, exactly opposite happens. There you need to excel double, or no, there you have to inhale, there you have to inhale, okay? You need more oxygen, you understand? When things go against your likes, means what you like, it goes opposite way. Learn to exhale. When things go against your dislikes, learn to inhale. In fact, whole life learn to inhale and exhale. I'm not telling you jokes. This helps readily then and there. In short time it helps. This inhalation and exhalation. So instead of getting angry, instead of fueling your likes and dislikes, instead of encouraging your likes and dislikes, better encourage or strengthen your inhalation and exhalation. That's why it says samachittaḥ. Maintain the mind, the calmness in you. Try to see, try to manage. Try not to create more imbalance. You understand? When you try to fuel your likes and dislikes, do you create balance or you create more imbalance? That's why he says, if really you want to achieve this oneness, try to accommodate your likes and dislikes first. When you start accommodating your likes and dislikes, you will be able to accommodate others, whether they are supporting your likes and dislikes or not supporting your likes and dislikes. With this, we will see more of it some other time. Please close your eyes. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.